For the first part of the presentation, we're going to be talking about general information on what it is that you need to know about Owlypia Global Virtual. So what is Owlypia Global Virtual? Owlypia Global Virtual is an exciting international 3-day event. It's going to be held online. Teams of students are going to be formed with friends from around the world, so students don't have to form teams with people they know within their own country. We give them an opportunity to invite their friends from anywhere in the world. And if they have, a wish to meet new people, to find new friends, then we can help them make that come true. So we can help them form a team with other Owlypians from across the world. And the third thing is it's taken from the safety and comfort of their own home. So we wanted to create Owlypia Globals that are safe in today's world. Due to global pandemic, we sadly cannot meet each other and cannot have the spirit of Alipia that we always have when we are together. It's such an incredible event, and we wanted to recreate it in the most amazing way. So we found a way to use multiple platforms and to be able to enable our Owlypians to hang out, to be there, to feel what Owlypia Globals truly are and what it truly represents. So let's continue, and we will see just how we plan to make it happen. So the first thing our Owlypians need to do is select their age category, as always. So we have our little lovely Owlets who are from 11 to 14 years old, and we have our Owlys who are from 15 to 18 years old. Next thing they need to do is choose their favorite subject, as always. So we have art and design, we have literature and culture, we have social sciences, economics and business, and science and technology, all amazing in their own respective way. So the next thing they do, as I already mentioned, is they form their teams. So they find their teammates from anywhere in the world, and they form a team of 3. So this doesn't have to be, their classmate, but it can be somebody who they have known their whole life, but it can also be another Owlypian who shares the same passion for learning, for, competing, for, understanding what education truly means to them and to others, people who share same expectations. And, we do believe in Owlypia that we are slowly but surely building a huge global network for these students who will one day in the future be able, to talk to each other, to find jobs through each other, to just, basically have friends, have colleagues from across the world who they got to know through an amazing global competition. And the next thing and the final thing they have to do is register by filling out the form on our website. It's easy, quick, and then they just have to get ready and prepared for our Owlypia Global Virtual. So what they need to do when getting prepared is they need to study the recommended resources that we have up on our site. These resources have been prepared by the best educators from across the world who, teach at prestigious institutions. And they need to read the instructions, watch the videos for each challenge from the website. Now, we will talk about this a little bit more. There are a lot of students who are joining us this year who have only had a chance to be a part of Alipia Online or Alipia Summer Challenge. So these students didn't have a chance to experience all the amazing kinds of challenges that we have prepared for them. So we have videos on our YouTube page for each and every challenge respectively, and they can go and watch them and learn a little bit more. Even though we're going to be, working with students and explaining all of it to them again and again, just to make sure they do, know what to expect and that they do, in fact, have the best possible experience. And the last thing that they have to do is discuss resources with friends, teachers, and parents. Our resources are a lot of fun. They are not hard to, learn, to go through. They include movies, they include videos, TED Talks, articles, a book, you know, etc. It's amazing, and all of our, you know, participants are eager to learn through different resources that we have for them. A lot of the questions that we do get is students who are just, you know, don't know what to choose. They love the resources, they love different kinds of subjects we have. So, you know, they come in for different rounds using different subjects. So, you know, Alipia is incredible, and we really do give our students the best possible experience, and we try to listen to you and to students on what it is that they expect and they want from the competition, and we try to do better each year. So the sixth thing is to take the challenges with their teammates. So what are the challenges that I was mentioning? So we have knowledge challenge, pen down challenge, speechcraft challenge, impromptu challenge, and team spirit challenge. And the awards that are going to be waiting for them in Owlypia Global Virtual are Certificate of Participation, Certificate of Achievement with Gold, Silver, and Bronze badges, Certificate of Excellence for top 3 teams in both Owlet and Owly categories, and of course, medals, trophies, Alipia mascots, and whatnot is going to be shipped out and sent out to the top 3 teams in both Owlet and Owly categories. Okay, so before we go to the next part, let's, you know, rest a little bit, take all of this in, and watch a short video about Owlypia Global Virtual. My colleague Irfan is going to be playing that for us. Irfan, could you please? Thank you. Okay, thank you, Irfan. So we received a message in the group chat from Ms. Hassanova, who asked us, do they have to seek a teammate online? What if they can't find a teammate? A great question. Thank you so much. So as I already mentioned, we offer our students an opportunity to, you know, not have to seek for teammates, even though it would be great if they could find one on their own, but we can, you know, help them out. Once they, you know, they're filling out the form when registering, they, you know, enter a team name, you know, whatever they choose, and can email us at, you know, our info@Owlypia, and, you know, we will work with them and try to find the best possible teammates for them, you know, from across the world. We have a lot of students that are coming in without, you know, teammates, without team, or, you know, who have one team member and are seeking another. So we will try to accommodate all of our students and find the best and most suitable teams for them. I hope this answers your question. you have the email written in the chat box as well. If you do have any questions at this point of presentation, I would love to hear them. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask me anything. Or if you do not have any other questions, you know, we can move on with the presentation and you can ask questions later. Okay, we received another question. So you mentioned badges. Would that be shipped? Additionally, is it possible to send medals, trophy, be sent to other participants by paying the fee? Okay, so I promise to answer all the questions. For those questions that I'm not able to answer, we will reach out to you by emails. I am not sure if we're going to be able to do this. Once I do know more, please leave us your email address and we will, you know, contact you directly and we can discuss this more. What we are, you know, planning is to reward the best participants of Owlypia by, you know, sending it to them free of charge. So, you know, the best teams can celebrate their, you know, victory, their incredible achievements by having those medals. Sadly, as far as I know, it is quite costly for us to send it to every single part of the world. But, you know, we will discuss it and we will see what is possible and what is not. Please email either the email address that you have in the chat box, info@Alipia, or just leave us your email address here and we will be sure to send you an email as soon as possible. So thank you so much for your question. If anyone else has anything to ask, either through chat box or, you know, like this, please do ask. If not, then I'm gonna move on with the presentation and we can discuss into detail more about Owlypia Global Virtual. Okay, so let us continue with the presentation. So we are at the part 2, how to take the challenges online. Just a second. Apologies, I'm experiencing some technical issues. Okay, so what are the requirements for participating in Owlypia Global Virtual? So what would be great is for all of our participants to have stable internet connection. As you already know, it's going to be taking place online. We're going to be using Zoom, we're going to be using Kahoot, we're going to be, you know, using a lot of resources as well from the internet. So it would be great if they could have stable internet connection or, you know, working internet connection. So before, you know, coming into the competition, our students need to make sure that, you know, either their house has a really good internet connection or they can connect to a source of, you know, powerful and stable internet connection. So the second thing is that they have their Zoom software installed on their preferred device. So the device that they're going to be using to compete in the competition. Zoom is going to be our main software, our main platform that we're going to be holding our Owlypia Global Virtual. And this is why it's important for them to have it installed, even though, you know, it may not be necessary. So they need to provide us with their email account as well. And for Team Spirit Challenge, which is, you know, going to be taken on Kahoot, we recommend for our participants to use 2 separate devices. So if they do not have 2 devices, it would be great if they can borrow a device, you know, from their mom, from their dad, from their sibling, just because their questions are going to be on the Zoom. So they're going to be seeing it on the screen while they will be replying, they will be choosing actually their answer through the separate device. What they can do if they do not have 2 devices is, you know, split the screen and open both of it at the same time. But the easiest thing for them is to use 2 devices. But we will get to that again later on when discussing this challenge in particular. So a few days prior to the competition, all of our Owlypians, as well as you, will receive an email that will contain all the necessary links to challenges. As you can see on the right side, we have the example of what that email is going to look like. So they will have the link to main hall, to challenge room links, to pen down link, to knowledge challenge link, etc. It will also include the competition schedule. So the competition lasts for 3 days, and our competitors, our Owlypians, will know exactly, you know, what to expect at what hour, when their breaks are going to be, and all of that. And what else is this email going to contain? It's the description of all the challenges. So they will also have videos, and they will have description on what it is that they can expect. We are especially doing this for our Owlypians who, you know, never had a chance to be a part of Owlypia Locals or Owlypia Globals. So this is especially for them. But again, our Owlypians who have been part of Locals and Globals have not had a chance to take Owlypia Globals online. So this is why it's going to be necessary for them as well. But again, Owlypia Global Virtual is going to be pretty much the same as Owlypia Globals usually are. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be competitive. It's going to have the Owlypia spirit that we talk about over and over and over again, which is, you know, the main force of the competition. It is full of young, bright minds who are ready to compete, who are ready to make new friends, and who are ready to have fun. So this is what the schedule will look like. This is not the final schedule, but this is a sample form for you to see what to expect from the competition. So on the first day, on the 22nd, the competition will probably last from 9 to 4:30. We will start with the opening ceremony in the main hall. Then our Owlypians will get to take a break to enjoy a little bit of rest. And then we will start with pen down challenge, where they will join us in the challenge room. Then again, they will have a lunch break, rest a little bit, and then we will have our speechcraft challenge. Again, as you can see on the screen, in the challenge room. Then again, they will take a break and go to impromptu challenge, and that's where we will end our day. On the second day, so on the 23rd, we will have a little warm-up for our Owlypians in the main hall. We'll give them a bit of break just to get ready for what comes next, and then we will do the knowledge challenge. They will not have to go into a Zoom room for this one. They will have to just click on the link given to them. Then they will have a break, and then we will have Who's Got Talent. We always do Who's Got Talent. Who's Got Talent is an amazing fun for them. They get to rest a little bit. They get to show off their talents. Someone can sing, someone can, you know, act. Some of our Owlypians are comedians, some are magicians, and we would love for that, you know, to be shown to all of our Alipia family. So we ask our Owlypians to send us in pre-recorded videos if they have, or for those who are really brave and who really want to show off, we ask them to do it live. Whoever is brave to do it live, we would love to see it. We would love to, for all of us, to enjoy whatever it is that they have to show us. And then after Who's Got Talent, we're gonna have a little break and then go to Team Spirit Challenge. And that's where our day ends. And on the final third day, we will have the award ceremony. Okay, moving on. So how will Pen Down Challenge take place? So our students will go to the challenge room at the scheduled time, and they will be assigned to a breakout room to discuss the topic with their team. So what it is that they're going to write, how they're going to write it, you know, everyone is going to pitch in a few ideas of how they're going to write it, what is the crucial part, how they're going to involve this and that, you know, depending on how their process goes. So as you can see here on the picture of, again, the email that we're going to be sending them, they have to click on the pen down link and they will be taken to Google Docs where they can collaboratively write with their teammates. They will have 1 hour to write about the topic and complete it. Okay, so judges will continuously supervise the breakout rooms. We will have judges supervising everything, as well as our IT team. So when it comes to that one, there is no need to worry. Okay, so here is an example of how we separate, our teams into breakout rooms. So we have an example of, in our team one, we have student 1, student 2, and student 3. They form team 1, and they will go to room for team 1. Same goes for, team 2, 3, 4, etc. So I see some questions are coming in. Let me try answering them first, and then we can continue our presentation. So let's see. Is the timing based on UK? Yes, timing is based on UK. It's always based in UK because we're based in the UK, and we found out that the UK time usually works the best for everyone. I mean, of course, there are some students who will be, who are not able to join us due to the time zone. For example, Australia, where it's going to be very late for them. However, we are really, we try to look for the best possible option, and UK time was definitely the best time for us. It has been, that way for as long as Alipia has been working, and we sadly cannot, hold separate Owlypia Globals. So this particular time works the best for our Alipians from across the world. We try our best to adjust it. I think it works fine. If we do figure out, a bit proper, more scheduling time, we will definitely change it. However, as I said, this particular schedule that I've showed you is not the final schedule. We will send you all the final schedule once the time comes. So will you please send us this PowerPoint on our emails? Yes, definitely. I think that we can definitely do that. We can either send it to you directly, or we can send it to all of you. If you all are wishing for us to send you this PowerPoint for you to understand this better, this and that, please write it down in the chat group so we know, to send to all of you and not to forget it. Okay. And if it's only a few people who want this presentation to be sent to them, then please send us either an email or write your email in the chat box. But however, please note that this will be up on YouTube as well, so you will always be able to go back to it and just go through the presentation and this very meeting again. So the next challenge is, for Who's Got Talent, which format of video is needed and any specific duration? I'm not sure about this one, what format we're expecting. I think we will be sending out an email very, very soon to all of our Owlypians who have, registered for Owlypia Globals, to let them know about what kind of format is required and what duration we would like you to for your video to have. But until then, we both have to wait. But I'm sure we'll figure out the best possible thing. If you do, then again, have any specific time in mind, send us an email. Let us know, how long you think your video should be. I think we are fine with giving our participants as much time as they need. However, again, to be able to leave some room for other participants to show off their talents as well. But please do send us a video. Please, even if you're brave enough to do it live, encourage your students to send it in. It really is a lot of fun, and they truly get to know each other a lot better once they're able to show their true colors, their true talents to the rest of Owlypia family. Okay, so we do have Owlypia Global virtual presentation in the chat box. I didn't see that before. Thank you, Irfan, for sharing this with everyone. So let's, okay, so we have covered all the questions by now. You also have the presentation in the chat box as I see now. And I'm going to continue with my presentation. Write down all the questions that you have for me. I will give my best to answer all of them. So let's continue the presentation. Okay, so pen down challenge. We have discussed everything about pen down challenge. Now let's go to speechcraft challenge. So what our students need to do is go to challenge room at scheduled time. So scheduled time is definitely there for our students to be aware of when to click on what, when to join what room. It would be the best if everyone you know, give their best to follow the schedule as best as possible. We know that even though it's, you know, online, some things may happen. So, you know, challenge rooms are open. We will help our students out along the way. They can always email us. Our team will be working with them nonstop, and we will try to be, you know, as helpful as possible and help each and every single one of our Owlypians in whatever it is that we need to help them with. So a challenge room can contain maximum 10 teams within it, which again, I mentioned, will be supervised by our judges. So they will debate on a certain topic between two teams. As you know, they will debate. One team will be affirmative, the other one will be negative. They will have 10 minutes of preparation time as a team in a breakout room. So our judge will assign both teams to a breakout room where they will have 10 minutes to discuss what it is that they want to say, what are the best ideas, what are, you know, the ways that they want to approach the topic from, you know, both affirmative and negative side. So they will have affirmative room for affirmative team and negative room for negative team. And once they come back to challenge room, they will have, okay, so each participant will have 2 minutes to talk about their point. And there will be only one debate per team. So while our teams, you know, are debating, other two teams will be in their own assigned rooms, preparing, and so on and so forth. So again, we're going to go to discuss a little bit more about Speechcraft Challenge. So they will go to challenge rooms. As I again said, these challenge rooms will be assigned to them by the judge. So let's say team 1 will be affirmative, team 2 will be negative, and they will be discussing themes like a very plain example, A is better than B, and why is it? So what are the steps to Speechcraft Challenge? So they will receive a topic and they will go with their team again to the breakout room. After 10 minutes of discussing, they will come back to challenge room and they will start the debate between two teams. As I mentioned, again, the next two teams will be, you know, preparing in their own separate rooms while the first two teams are debating. I hope that is clear. But again, feel free to ask questions. Feel free to leave the questions and I will get back to them. So as you can see here, team 1 goes to affirmative room, team 2 goes to negative room. So now we go to our third challenge, which is impromptu challenge. So what are the steps of impromptu challenge? Our participants choose a number in the table. So as you can see here on the screen, we have a slight example of that. And once they choose the number, that is their topic. You know, the topics are hidden. So the number they choose, that is the topic that they get, and the topic shows up. They will have 1 minute of preparation and they will talk about the topic for 2 minutes. Andy, for example, chose number 4 and he got that topic. So he got the topic of what is your dream job? An exciting topic, a great topic, a lot to talk about. So all of our topics are just like that. Students get to use their imagination for each and every single one of the challenges. We want our students to be creative, to show off their knowledge, their drive, their passion, what it is that inspires them, what it is that they want to do. We want them to be able to use everything that they've studied from the resources, to be able to learn from their team members, to be able to work as team and to work creatively together in, you know, creating something remarkable, something that is, you know, not only remarkable to the judges, but themselves as well. So it's important to be creative. Please keep in mind to let your students know that creativity is key, as well as knowledge and preparation, but let them be creative, let them use their young minds and young spirits to show off what it is they know, what it is that they strive to be, and whatnot. Okay, so our fourth challenge is the knowledge challenge. The knowledge challenge is the one where we will be testing their knowledge a bit more than creativity, because this is where we, you know, test what they've learned from the resources. So what they need to do, again, we have the photo of the email. What they need to do is click on the knowledge challenge link, which you see here below, and it's provided in the email, and they have to click on it again at the scheduled time. So they have to keep an eye on the schedule, and they have to, you know, keep up with the schedule. They have to answer multiple choice style questions, and they will have 60 minutes to answer 50 questions. Again, for those students who have been, you know, a part of Owlypia Summer Challenge this year or Owlypia Online, this is that type of challenge. They will have the questions. We will, you know, they will test their knowledge. They will be challenged intellectually. They will see what they can remember, and all the questions are directly related to the resources. So they will definitely not receive anything else. It's all within the resources. If they've paid close enough attention, they will be able to remember all the questions. They're not too hard, they're not too easy, they're just challenging enough and creative enough to make them think. We do believe that 60 minutes for 50 questions is quite enough, more than enough for a lot of our Owlypians, since they finish it a lot prior. So yeah. And our last challenge is Team Spirit Challenge. So they go to the main hall, and this is the one I mentioned prior. So they go to the main hall at the scheduled time. Again, you know, they have all the links in the email, they have the schedule. So they click on the link, they go to the main hall, and they join us with their second device. So let's say with their cell phone, while they're, you know, on the Zoom with their laptop, and they go to kahoot.it. So, and they enter the pin game, the game pin, to join the challenge. So you see the example on the screen as well. So we have our own game pin that they will have to enter in order to be part of the challenge. And each student registers individually. Even though it's Team Spirit Challenge, everyone will be taking it individually. Though, you know, they have a right to talk to each other while on it. If it's an international team, you know, we encourage them to maybe call each other on Viber, on WhatsApp, on whatever, and talk to each other while doing it. You know, whatever suits them best, whatever creative way they have to talk to each other, we encourage them to do it. So they will take it on their own. They will answer the questions. Again, I repeat, it would be great if they had two separate devices. So one device is to view the questions, which will be on the screen on Zoom, and the second one is to pick their answers, so on the screen of the second device. So once they enter the PIN, they will have to, you know, enter their name, but in a certain format. So they need to enter their team name and then their own name. So we have an example here, Team 5 Andy. And once they've successfully registered, their name will show up on the screen and they will know that they are there. So as you can see, now Andy sees that he is now part of Team Spirit Challenge. Good luck to Andy. So again, they will read the questions on the screen. What you see here is an example of what Kahoot Challenge looks like. We've already done this with our Alipia student ambassadors. If you've seen any of our team you know, team meetings with our Alipia student ambassadors, you will see that we have done this Kahoot challenge with them. It was a lot of fun. All of our Alipians enjoyed it. So again, look at the screen at the example. So the national sport of USA is, and then they have answers to pick from. On the second device, this is how it's going to be showing. So they will have a color and a sign within it, and they have to click on the correct one. It's great to be quick. They get, you know, additional points. We would love for them to get to know a little bit more about Kahoot prior to joining Owlypia Global Virtual. So, you know, whatever way they know and can think of when preparing for Owlypia Global Virtual challenges, they definitely should do it. Practice answering quickly to questions. So Team Spirit Challenge will they will answer questions from the common ground. So they need to study both their favorite subject and the common ground for Alipia Global Virtual. If I haven't mentioned that already, keep that in mind and let your students know if they ask. And then we come to Who's Got Talent challenge. So this is again an event where they're able to show off their talents to our Alipia family. They will be able to register for it before the competition. As I said, we will be sending out an email soon to our Alipia Alipians who have registered for Alipia Global Virtual, and you know they can do live performances. They can send us in pre-recorded videos. Depending on their talent, what it is that you can show through a video. If there's something you cannot show through a video and you would love to do it live, you would love to have an audience, you would love for other Alipians to be involved, then it's great to have a live video. We had a lot of students, you know, when we were able to do it face to face and to gather around, who would do a lot of magic shows, a lot of comedy shows, and it was a lot of fun. We love for other Alipians to be able to join in when students are presenting their talents. Whenever somebody is singing, everyone else sings with them. It's a great supportive system, and we do encourage our Alipians to definitely try to be brave enough and, you know, show off their talent live and be able to communicate with everyone. It's not scary. We all support each other and love each other and want each other to do the best. We do believe that we have a great, loving, supporting family, and that's what we're trying to build here. A family of young intellectuals who are competing with each other, who are, you know, challenging themselves intellectually, and who are just enjoying the process of it. And in the end, it's important to note that being a part of such a global, massive challenge of such a global competition will look amazing on all of their, you know, application forms for universities and whatnot. So yeah, for more about Owlypia Global Virtual, you can visit our website, you can email us, you can visit our social media, and you can ask me now, and I will give my best to answer all the questions that you will have for me. So I see that there are a lot of questions in the group chat. I will try to go through them, to discuss them. I hope this by now was clear enough. I try to explain everything as best as possible. Again, I encourage you, as well as all the students, to go to our YouTube challenge and watch videos for each of the challenges that will be in Owlypia Global Virtual on their own, just to get even a better picture and a better representation of what it is that they can expect from these challenges. Okay, let me see the questions that you have written for me. Okay. So what are the debates about? General topics. So when it comes to all the challenges that we have within Alipia Global Virtual or Alipia Local or Alipia Online or Alipia Summer Challenge, it is all related to the theme of the year. So for this year, we have Leadership Inspired Change. So keep in mind that everything is related to leadership inspiring change. How will, you know, that is the theme, and they have to, let's say, write an essay on that theme. And when it comes to impromptu challenge, they usually have to, you know, everyone has to try and in a way work with the team and prove that even though, you know, they studied all the resources that we have given them on their favorite subject, that they are able to use that knowledge through the given team, so that they are able to discuss art and design through leadership, that they are able to discuss leadership through art and design, and vice versa. So this is the basic thing that you need to know when it comes to Alipia challenges for the year. When it comes, we also received one of the questions through our Google form that we sent prior to this meeting, and somebody even asked us, when is the new topic going to be announced? So the topic for the upcoming academic year, the new topic that you can expect is going to be teamwork. The details on this topic and our resources will be published in the upcoming months. So our new academic year is going to be starting in September. So we will be letting you know all the details about it, whatever it is that you and Owlypians need to know. Okay, so I hope this answers your question. So in impromptu challenge, the topics will be chosen by the students. Will it be possible the students get guided step by step during the competitions, as there are few steps and it's their first time facing online challenges? Okay, so what you need to know is tomorrow and in the upcoming days, we will also be holding Zoom meetings with our Owlypians, where we will, you know, introduce them even more to Owlypia Global Virtual, on what it is that they can expect. And keep in mind that in all the rooms and with them all the time, our judges are going to be present. So they're going to be supervising and helping our Owlypians understand whatever it is that they have to ask. There will always be supervision there, and our students will be able to know more about what it is that they expect, you know, from whatever it is. If there is anything, you know, competition is stressful, we understand it, even though it's fun and even though they're prepared and they have their teammates, confusion is always there. We know it, we've done so many competitions, and we have amazing team of judges who have been trained, who have worked with our Owlypians through years, and I think through the supervision, they will be able to keep up and to understand each and every single one of the challenges. When it comes to just a guided step-by-step, you know, step-by-step process, again, I suggest you visit our YouTube videos. But again, judges are going to be there, supervision is going to be there, and they will be able and they are free to ask questions while you know, in Owlypia Global Virtual. They might be competing, but you know, they're free to ask any question. They're free to, you know, ask us anything. We will do our best to help them and to be there for them and to provide them with the best possible experience. If we do have any easier way of explaining this to our students, we do understand that it is definitely a first time for a lot of them. We will try to provide them with everything that we can to help them in every way that we can. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, so another question is, do we as supervisors have to explain all of these to the students? Is everything going to be smooth? I mean, the transfer between the challenges. Okay, so you don't have to explain everything to your students. We at Alipia do our best to explain to our students what it is, you know, that they can expect, what it is they need to do. We guide them through everything, but we do believe that, you know, as a supervisor, you are the one student relies on, and you are the one who students, you know, expect a bit of help from. So if they do ask, this is for you. So you're able to help them. You have the presentation as well. But again, you know, we are doing our best for you not to have to do, you know, additional work. But if they're, you know, your students do ask, I hope we explained it well enough today that you understand it yourself and that you will be able to help your students out. We do believe that everything should go smooth. We've run the competition a couple of times by now. Everything is going very smoothly. Everything is running perfectly. We have been preparing it for months in order to make sure that everything does go smoothly. So we'll see. We are hoping for the best. We do believe that it's just as exciting as Owlypia Globals always are, and that it's going to be a lot of fun and such a spectacular competition. Okay, so your other question is, do we as supervisors, okay, so that is the same question. Okay, thank you for your question. I hope I answered it fully. If I haven't, please ask again, or again, email us to the email we've given you. Are there any other awards apart for certificates? Yes, we've already gone through the awards. So we will be giving plushies, we will be giving certificates of achievement, certificate of excellence, certificate of participation. They will be getting their certificates with a digital medal on it. Those who have been the best will receive their awards. They will be shipped to them, all the medals, all the plushies, and whatever it is that we're going to be involving in the rewards is going to be there. We will let you know more about it as well prior to the competition on what students can expect. But yeah, just as always, we will give our best for our students to know that they've done an amazing job and to enjoy their prizes fully. So I hope I've answered your question. Thank you so much for asking, Patrick. So another question is, for the Team Spirit Challenge, there might be conflicts within a team. What answer will be chosen if there are different answers from a single team? Okay, so there might be conflicts within the team. Well, conflicts are to be expected. I'm not sure what to answer to you on this one. It is up to team to try, despite the conflicts within the team, to talk, to not show it, to show their, to show off everything. Just a second. Okay, a lot more questions are coming in. When it comes to our Kahoot challenge, all of our students are going to be participating by themselves, but in the end we're going to choose the average of the entire team. So if somebody did amazing, somebody did a bit less amazing, we're going to take the middle. That is going to be their final final score. I think this is a great time to remind you again, we've sent you an email about the 10% you will receive for 6 students who apply for Owlypia Global Virtual. So here we're seeing it again on the screen. So for every 6 students, you will get 10% incentive of the fee paid by the students. So these 6 students need to write your name as a supervisor when registering for Owlypia Globals. So keep that in mind, and once you have 6 students who have registered through you, you are eligible for this incentive. Okay, so what are the other questions? For the £190 registration fee, must it be equally shared by every member of the team, or is it per individual to pay that full amount? £190 is the full registration fee for Alipia Global Virtual. Again, we do have Owlypia Summer Challenges. We had Owlypia Online, Owlypia Locals, And we have one more upcoming Alipia Summer Challenge, where our students have a chance to win discounts for our global rounds. So all of our Owlypia Online, Owlypia Locals are there to help our students win a discount for Owlypia Global Virtual. So they are able to pay less when registering. Again, keep in mind that the registration deadline is 31st July, and Owlypia Summer Challenge is going to be taking place on the 8th of August. So encourage your students to win even better discounts through our Owlypia Summer Challenges. Keep in mind again that we're giving away 6 free registrations to OVEX centers. So encourage students to come on in to try Owlypia Summer Challenge, to compete, to be challenged intellectually. Again, as you see in the comment section for the Team Spirit Challenge, they will take it individually, but we will take average score. And in the chat, you have the details on everything that we discussed today. If there are any questions remaining that I haven't answered, or if there is anything that is still unclear, please feel free to ask. We've been discussing Alipia, some global virtual for 54 minutes. I really do hope I explained it really, really well. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. We hope everything is clear. If there are no other questions, we can end today's meeting. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you, so kind. Okay, have a great day, everyone. If there is anything that is left unclear, please feel free to send us messages or emails or anything. We're always here for you. Thank you so much.